Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
What's up, everybody? This is Jeff.
And Ben.
From Toking with the Dead.
And Still Toking With.
And Still Toking With. Still Toking With is our live show. You can catch that every Wednesday.
At 7 p.m.
Eastern.
That's
Eastern
yeah,
time.
oh, yeah,
if you live in fucking California, it's got to be 3.
No, 4.
4?
Yeah. They're only 3 hours behind.
What about daylight savings?
Yeah, well, fuck that. We'll worry about that one.
Okay, so if you're on the West Coast, you're going to have to look up when 6 o'clock is out there compared to here.
Which would be actually 7 o'clock out there instead of here.
7 o'clock?
Yeah.
You know, before this is over, I'm going to need a whole lot of serious therapy.
You're all fucked up today.
Another $1 for the swear jar.
I'm always fucked up. You should tune into the show and see really how fucked up I can get.
Oh, yeah.
Well, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
And when you do tune in, you're going to see amazing guests like this.
Hey, what's up? This is Jeremy Palco from The Walking Dead, and this is Still Toking With.
Hi, I'm Larry Kenny, and you're listening to Still Toking With...
What's up, everybody? It's comedian Sherwin Array, and you're listening to Still Toking With on the Dorkening Podcast Network.
Hey, everybody, what's happening? Welcome to another kick-ass episode of Still Toking With. Yeah, you know who I am, so I don't need to introduce myself. But with me, as always,
it's me, Jar Jeremy. Woo! It's Wednesday night. I almost said it's Tuesday night. It's Wednesday night.
You hear the crickets?
Still toking. Oh, damn. I do, actually. All right. Over to the next guy.
And with us, as always, well, usually always.
Always.
Jeffrey.
You know, hump day. I like to do this on hump day. It kind of breaks up the week a little bit, you know?
Right?
You know, I'm looking forward to chatting with this dude.
Well, wait a minute. Is it Hump Day or is it Prince Spaghetti Day?
Antonio.
Thank you.
Antonio. That wasn't Antonio.
Wasn't that the name she yelled?
No, not Antonio.
Was it Anthony? I don't know.
Anthony.
Yeah, it was Anthony.
What the hell's the matter with you?
I'm sorry.
Anthony. You
Well,
know,
he had to throw it off to the right so we don't get sued.
Oh, well, okay, I get that. But yeah, no, I'm excited for tonight's show. You know, because I love a lot of the shit that this guy's been involved in. And
I thought maybe it's because you took a little blue pill.
Blue,
white,
no,
whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, the multicolored ones are the awesome ones. Because those work both ways.
You know, the guest is backstage right now going, "What the fuck did I get myself?"
Yeah. So yeah, let's just bring him in, and I'm gonna change it up a little bit because I didn't talk about this, but he has kind of like these alias first name kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
So Max Laferriere.
Wow.
Did I do that right?
He's laughing at me. He damn near spit his drink out just now.
That was almost right. Oh, my God. Good thing you took those pills. Jesus.
Right?
Oh.
How you doing, boys?
Good. How you doing, Max?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Is it snowing up there yet?
Almost. Yeah.
Really? Fall and everything? Trees changing colors? What's going on?
I mean, today was pretty warm. Today, like, we deal in Celsius here, so it's about 30 degrees Celsius today.
Oh, yeah, we deal in fucked up measurements and stuff here, so like...
Yeah, I think for you guys, around like 90, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. It's about right.
So that's pretty much, you know, I think it's pretty much the same weather as you guys, not gonna lie.
I should just move up there. Maybe I'll feel cooler when I look at the temperature.
Maybe you will.
That would be nice, right?
Dude, if this was the Gong Show, you'd be like, Gong.
So let's get into some questions, right?
Yeah, totally.
All right. I saw in your IMDb that you were on Assassin's Creed as a stunt performer, the video games.
Yeah.
Like, what exactly were you doing? Like, that didn't mean playing the video game and, like, you know, getting the controller thrown at you or anything. You were like,
it didn't get to that yet. Yeah, I was in a couple of them. The first one that I worked on was Black Flag.
Yeah.
Oh, the pirate one. That was actually my
favorite
first motion capture job. Yeah, and I played Edward in this one. I was the gameplay for Edward. So, if for people that don't know what it is, it's like when you play video games that you either play the game or you watch clips of the game. So when you watch clips, it's between scenes that you between like playthrough, and then when you play, it's between scenes, right? So whenever you played the character, that was my movement in there.
Oh, that's way cool. So you're like a main star. That's pretty cool.
So,
but no one will ever know.
How do they capture the movements?
Basically, I don't know if you guys ever saw like a motion capture studio, what it looks like, but it's just a space with 3D cameras all around you, like infrared, that capture every single one of your movement, and you wear this extremely tight Velcro suit with a lot of little balls all over your body, and all the movement that you do while the camera captures it basically captures the skeleton of your movement. And then once the movements are captured in studio with a live performer, then they bring it into in this case the Ubisoft data, and then they put all the meat of the character over it and adjust the movements if they need to. And but
so
we actually do it
like spandex.
Pretty much. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many hours would you say for Black Flag were you doing that?
Oh God, that's a while back, but I think we shot that just shooting. So that's not even involving all the data that they put afterwards, but just shooting. It was a few months. Like it was like maybe 3-4 months. Not continuously. It was like a couple of days here, like a week here, 2 weeks there. Moving on. But the total was about a 3-4 months of shoot.
Okay.
Just for the movement, just for the gameplay. That's not even involving the cinematics.
Well, now, so are you martial arts background or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I martial arts. I started. I was 6, and then I also did gymnastics and a little bit of acrobatics and stuff like that. So I can do like acrobatic reactions and fight choreography and stuff like that. That is kind of fun when you do like fight choreo.
Oh, okay. All right. Didn't qualify for the Olympics or something?
No, I would love to. I would
do you
love
play the games too?
Yeah. It's fun because the first time I booked that job, I was actually an Assassin's Creed fan. So I was like, I can't believe it that this is happening. Yeah.
I'd be showing all my friends, be like, look at me.
Wow. What a fun way to play with yourself.
Yeah. And it's not usually like that, but this time it was like that.
Was it more enjoyable?
Was it more enjoyable? I told you before we went live, I apologize in advance.
That's all right. Normally I play not just with my thumbs, but this time it's just with my thumbs. It makes a different, kind of experience too.
Right. I get that. Well, 2 thumbs are better than 1 anyway,
Oh my!
Well,
I mean,
3 is better than 2.
Depends where they're going.
Yeah, Jar Jar dove right into the the video game side of things. But not only did you do Assassin's Creed, but you did like Ghost Recon, For Honor.
Yep.
I mean, so you like some really big name games.
Yeah.
I for a few years, I that was my main source of income, was like video games. Here in Montreal is a pretty big town for that. Like there's quite a lot of video game companies and that come here with pretty big titles. So
I was gonna say Montreal. It's either video games or hockey.
Yeah, hockey.
And you're not big on hockey, so it must be video games.
I mean, I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. When the Habs are in playoffs, I do watch it. But which happens it happens once every 10 years. So no, I don't know. But when the Habs are on, I watch it. But yeah.
Right. I do too. I like watching Boston beat them.
Right. That happens a lot. You guys Boston fans, right? You're Bruins fans. Yeah. We don't like Boston Bruins over here.
Well, that's why I told you could wear the Red Sox hat, because I could give 2 shits.
Yeah. I watch more baseball than I watch hockey.
Right.
But, we do like our hockey over here in Montreal for sure.
So.
And your bacon.
My question is.
Yeah.
And your bacon, right? In your beer.
Yeah.
So doing the video games. Is that how you kind of broke into acting? Or was acting prior to video games? Because folks, yes, he's an actor as well.
Yeah,
right. Well, I read you started in theater as a kid, right?
Yeah. I mean, wow. If we're gonna go all the way back, I started doing theater when I was in elementary school, and then
what shows? Come on, were you any good? You hacked.
You wouldn't know them. They were all in French.
Oh.
No. So I did a few plays back when I was a kid, and then nothing happened until my 20s. After that, I decided to try and pursue a career as an actor, and got an agent. Started working a little bit, and took a lot of classes, a lot of studying. And then started booking a little bit, and my agent was in contact with a stunt performer here in town, and they were looking for actors that could also do fighting and stunts. So they auditioned me, basically doing like a big training and seeing what I could do, and then they booked me as we call it a special skills extra. So I was an extra, but I had like special skills, which is basically the grade is like you got extras, you got special skills extras, and then you got stunt performers. You know, if you want to grade it. So basically extras in the background that could fight. So it started that way, and then after that, it sort of ball kept on rolling, and I got to meet the stunt coordinators and the stunt performers, and I was able to get my way into that slowly. And after a few years of training, they gave me my first. Well, I got my first stunt performer job, and then now I'm doing both. Like 15 years later.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
a fun little development of of how it got into stunt, but you can also do both at the same time.
How many injuries have you had?
Can I tell you how many no injuries I've had?
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, actually it does.
Oh God. Well, big injuries, not that much. I've had big injuries. I've had I'm gonna say 4. Yeah, but I've had.
Were they all concussions?
Oh, I don't count those as big injuries. I didn't have.
No shit.
Like that bad. No, I'm talking like bones that were broken in 3 places, or stuff like that. But other minor injuries like sprains and twisted ankles and broken rib, or broken wrist or a broken finger. Like I don't count those as like big injuries because it happens more or less all the time.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've had quite a few. I try not to, but it happens. It's kind of part of the job. Yeah.
So you've landed a lot of roles in different big shows. I mean, one of the shows that I actually did watch was ThreePines.
Oh, you did?
I actually did. Yes.
Right on.
Yeah. I watched like the first season, and then I don't know, something happened, and it's still on my queue, but
right on. Yeah. Sadly, there was only 1 season, so you're good. You're fine.
Well, then that explains. He's got an iPhone.
Yeah, I do have an iPhone. What the hell?
Yeah,
how'd you do that?
When you have an iPhone and you do a certain when you do a certain movement, it does shit behind you. And the reason I know that is because we have a co-host that does the same thing.
Nope.
No, it doesn't work with the iPad. It's just the iPhone. It fucking drives me nuts. But anyways,
what if I do that? Does that work?
Oh, I wonder if. Oh yeah, wow. Rainy day.
It was raining.
Ooh, this man.
Wow. So for the next hour, folks, we're going to see what we can do with the iPhone.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Oh no shit!
Get out of here.
All right. How about the hang time?
We have our own video game going.
All right, you're going to lose me now for the next 15 minutes.
He's like, hold on, I just got to keep doing this. I got to see what's going on here.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now he's going to learn sign language to see if it'll speak to him.
Right. So one of the biggest reasons why we had you on this evening is Ghostface.
Right.
In Scream. Like, how did you land that?
I begged so much. And, they took me they took me in, and they were just like, "Oh, poor guy. We're just gonna give him a big part."
That's fantastic.
That's the trick, you know, folks. If you just beg really hard, then one day you'll get what you want. You know.
Right.
Were there multiple auditions?
Begging sessions?
Yes. Begging sessions.
No, actually, like the way it worked out is that the stunt coordinator that had the job, because in stunts it's mostly, you know, the stunt coordinator is the one that gives you a job, right? If you have the skill set that he needs and you fit the size that they need, then a stunt coordinator will think of you, and then, you know, if you're free, they'll give you a job. So in this case, the stunt coordinator, Alex Kadir, called me, and he was like, I need a bunch of people to do like a fight choreography rehearsal. Are you free? I was like, sure, yeah. So I went. I didn't even know it was for Scream. And then I show up to the rehearsal space, and then we start, you know, he tells us it's for Scream, and it's like, okay, great. And we start working the choreography all together. And then, you know, he just gives me the knife, and he go like, all right, Max, you'll play Ghostface. You play Courtney. You play, well, there's only those two for now. And then the cops that are arriving and stuff. Like, okay, great. So we start putting it together. We film it. We show it to the directors. And then if they like it, they leave it as is. And if they don't, then we change some stuff, and, you know, we keep working the choreo. So we do it, we show them, they like him, they like the choreo, they don't want to change anything. So we're really happy about that. And then a few days later, Alex called me, and he was like, listen, they like the way you move. Do you want to do Ghostface? And, you know, for me, honestly, it was a job.
Right.
It's not like, it was just like, yeah, sure. Well, you know, absolutely. You know? And he's like, it's a few days of work. I'm like, great. That's perfect. Awesome. And then he goes, the costume fitting for the robe is going to be that day at Studio Males in Montreal, and on that day. I'm like, okay, great. So I showed up, and then that's when I saw the robe and the boots and the mask and the knife and all that stuff. And then I put it on, and I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, oh my God, like this is something. This is cool. You know, It's not just like a job. It's an iconic character, you know, legend.
Right.
So that's when I sort of realized how big of a deal it was. But before that, you know, it was a job. Like you're just grateful to get work, you know.
It wasn't the first time you wore a mask either, is it?
Well, that was after COVID, so there was that. I'd wear a lot of masks then.
Well, didn't you wear a clown mask in a movie too?
Yeah, I did that.
Uh-huh.
That was we shot it after. Yeah, we shot that after.
That was shot afterwards, after Scream?
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's the same sort of summer, fall, spring. It's we shot those in 2022, so yeah, it's either or. But yeah, I did play the stabby masked killer one more time in Terror Train.
Terror Train, yep.
That's right. The remake that they did in 2022.
Nice.
Yeah, that was creepy. That mask is creepy as hell.
I enjoyed that movie. That was a good movie.
No, good. The new one or the one from '84?
Both.
Okay.
but the new one was more up to date for me.
Oh yeah.
But
definitely.
you know, the original's a classic.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Well, thanks. I'm glad you liked it. That's great.
So for all you Scream fans, this amazing gentleman is going to be in Virginia, September 14th and 15th and 16th, is it?
I think it's a little before that. It's
13,
14, 15.
That's right.
Sorry, I had to look at the calendar at the Tidewater Horror Convention. So if you're in that area, man, make sure you go down there and check it out. I'll tell you, that's a great fucking show.
And they have free parking.
See, Billy, we even got in the free parking.
Damn.
Look, I'm wearing the shirt right there. THC. Tidewater
Let's
Horror.
Oh, hold on. I think I got one of the.
You know,
no,
but
I
definitely
had a badge near me.
For anybody that's in that area or wants to take a trip down there, I'll tell you, one of the best horror conventions that we've ever been part of.
That's awesome.
They put on a great show.
I'm so looking forward to it.
And it's always like a good vibe going through there. The people are always like very enthusiastic and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't.
Well, the
wait.
horror conventions are always like top notch. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
They just are. It's just wonderful people, great group of people.
Have you done any conventions yet?
Oh yeah. I've done maybe 6 or 7 now. And exactly, the same opinion as you guys. Like the horror convention community is so lovely and friendly. And even though we're talking horror here, right? We're talking to people that are ripping people's arms off and cutting people's heads, and they're laughing about it, and fun, blood, guts, yay, but they're the nicest people you ever meet.
They really are.
Yeah, it's great, and I love talking to the fans and taking selfies and signing stuff for them. It's really fun to get involved in that world that I didn't even know existed until after Scream. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. Yeah, but it's the best. I really like it.
What's the weirdest thing you've had to sign so far? Anything like really crazy, like severed legs or anything like that? Hearts.
I mean, I signed a fake severed foot, but it was fake. It was like a, thank God.
I hope so.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
Well, if somebody comes over and drops a severed foot on the table,
Here's
you
a real
might want to
foot.
stop looking around.
And they'll go, oh, no, it's a movie prop. Don't worry. It's so fake. So fake. Like, yeah, it smells real. Like, no. They added the smell afterwards. Like, I swear it's fake.
It's in the plastic.
No, I've had real knives, like butt knives. They sell them. I think, in the States, I'm not sure where, but here you gotta go to like a gun shop to get them, or a hunting shop. But I've hunted those fresh out of the box that were like still super sharp. So you got to sign like with your hand up a little bit and going like, because you don't want to cut your hand on the knife.
Right.
I signed a guy's arm at one point. I mean, it's not that weird.
Did he go get tattooed on?
Yeah, apparently someone wants to get my signature as a tattoo. I heard that, a few months ago. It's your body, man. Like, if that's something you want, I'm not judging. Just like that, fireworks. So
we're lucky that me and Jeff don't have that little added thing.
Yeah.
We wouldn't stop throughout the whole thing. I'd just be like, boom, boom, boom.
No, you would stop, because I'd be like, okay, next week I need a new co-host without an iPhone.
Yeah,
no more iPhones allowed.
So I've had I don't know, man. I've had a most of the time it's just like pictures or posters, masks, fake knives, stuff like that.
Right.
But and what's crazy is that some of these fans, I mean, they're so dedicated. They spent like the last 20 years or something doing conventions and fighting those actors, right, to sign like one giant poster. And they've been doing all the stars, right, everywhere a little bit. Like you have Nev Campbell, you have Courtney, you have Lee Waddell, who's the first Ghostface. You have all these, like, this poster with a crazy amount of signature, and they're like, I want yours. Like, okay, yeah, no problem. Where do you want it? And then you hope that the marker works and it doesn't like fuck up halfway.
All right, smudge.
I just like spat.
Yeah, man. Because you're like, oh my god, I don't want to mess this up. Like, Anyway, so
you got to get a
crazy
stencil
the amount of
for
dedication,
those.
huh?
You got to get a stencil for those occasions, or a stamp, just like bam, ain't fucking around.
We should do that, actually. It would lose the personality of it, I think, but it would be
maybe.
way quicker.
Right.
So I mean, that's dedication,
Next.
I appreciate it so much. Yeah.
Did you get to oh, go ahead, Jeff.
What's the most difficult stunt you've done?
I mean, difficult is kind of it's subjective, right?
Anything scare you?
Oh yeah, I mean, when you have to jump off a building, or you have to like do like a really hard fight choreography that has a lot of movement and reactions and explosions or something, it's always scary, but that's what makes it fun, I think. It's a little bit of there's definitely adrenaline going on because you don't want the shot to cost $50,000 and you mess it up because you forgot a punch. So there's that level of stress and anxiety, but that makes it like exciting. I mean, I've had, you know, to like during a fight, like to fall downstairs or fall down like an air vent on a rooftop on the show Mortal Instruments. And that was pretty scary because you're already like 8-9 feet in the air and you have to jump and hit your back on that air vent and, you know, do a 3/4 back, you know, to the ground. So you have to hit the right spot. If not, yeah, like that metal is going to cut your back. Mm-hmm. So you got to like be sure to hit like that pad that you put on. Yeah. So those are always, you know, yeah, they're scary. They're dangerous, but you know, you got to know your limits and know what, you know, what you're getting into. And if you feel comfortable with it, you know, and if you want to push yourself and you just
anything you've refused to do.
Now, yeah. Now that I am almost 40 and everything hurts and creaks and aches, like, you know, there's some stunts that I know will hurt like bad, and I'm like, I'll leave that to the new kids. Like if I have to fall down stairs that are metal that are like this steep, you know, I'm like, sorry, I'm unavailable that day. Can't do it. Yeah. But or a car hit, you know, those always hurt. So I'm like, you know, I'll leave that to somebody else now.
Yeah, been there, done that. He can have a shot at it.
Yeah, you know, everybody's paid their dues. So it's yeah, it depends on the car. It depends on the car hit. Depends on the speed that they'll go at. It's all, you know, it's all relative on what they need. Mm. Yeah, I'm still not at that age where you know, I can't walk or anything. So knock on wood.
Right.
But so, you know, if I keep going, at one point my body will go like, that's it. You've had enough.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
It's about another 10 years.
Yeah. Maybe not doing what I do, but you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So have you always been an adrenaline junkie?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, ever since I was a teenager, I'd say, you know.
I mean, and the reason I asked that, folks, for the people watching and listening later, is this gentleman not only does he act and do stunt choreography and all these other things, but he loves to snowboard, he loves to surf, but he also likes to jump out of fucking perfectly safe airplanes.
Yeah.
13,000 feet. I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I love all that stuff. I skydive and I snowboard, and I'm going on a surf trip with buddies next week. So I surf and I like skateboarding and all that stuff. Yeah, it's, you know.
So my question leading into that, my question is, have you had more injuries from stunt or just being the regular adrenaline junkie that you are?
That's funny. I'd say the adrenaline thing. Yeah. Because
you're not as protected as you are doing the stunts.
Yeah, you don't rehearse it like 30,000 times before you do it, right? So you just go, yeah, I think I can do that 540. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then you launch yourself and you're a little in the air, going like, oh fuck, right, bang! It's break something. No, definitely doing the other stuff. Yeah, that's when I had most of my injuries.
Now, do you have people? Go ahead.
I wanted to know if he's ever tried the flying squirrel suit.
No, I can't yet because you need to anyway. Here, that's what it is. You need 200 jumps, skydiving jumps, before you can actually put that wingsuit on.
Yeah,
and it's a special class and course that you have to take.
Really?
So,
okay.
Yeah. No, because that thing, man. Apparently, if you get on there, it's like fighting with an umbrella in a hurricane. So there's so much wind when you're up there. You know, first of all, the plane, when it goes, depends on the plane, but the plane goes about 60 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour as it goes in the plane, right? The speed of the plane. And then once you jump, there's so much wind, and then you fall, right? So wind is coming up really fast. Then you have to sort of fight the wind to stabilize yourself. That's how you stay you know, that's how you control yourself, basically. So that thing, you need to be like a really good skydiver before you take that class.
Right. Yeah. I thought it would be fun to try one of those just snow skiing down a mountain.
Oh, the wingsuit? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, get some air.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds super fun. I would do that.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, you jump out of an airplane. I think that would be really cool. Catch up some speed, go over a little jump.
I mean, you know, if you think about it, if the mountain is steep enough, you can jump out of the airplane without the parachute and just land with skis like on the top of the mountain and just sort of catch you down.
Right.
Yeah.
That's done in one take.
Nope.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Do that in one take. Don't mess it up.
I think only Tom Cruise would try that, but you know, I would definitely give it a shot.
You guys are nuts.
It'll be my last stunt.
Absolutely nuts.
Right.
Hey,
Make sure all your friends have
this.
this.
It's dark, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
They got a little darker in there. What'd you do? Shut the lights off? Forget to pay the electricity?
Everything I closed because I don't know what's going to happen after that. So I closed the blind and everything, so none of my neighbors would see.
Big celebrity.
Day, so let me just try and open some lights. Give me a second, and you'll see what my kitchen looks like.
All right. It's pretty bare. You're a minimalist.
Well, there you go.
Do you have a plant though?
Yeah, I have one plant. Is that better? Does that help?
Yeah.
Is it real?
The plant, the plant's real.
Oh wow, okay. So
plant's real.
You can keep it alive. Look at that, ladies. He can keep a plant alive.
Yeah. I can keep that plant. I've had that plant for like 12 years. It's a money tree.
It's kind of like a pot plant.
I was gonna say that.
It does look like it, doesn't it? Yeah,
it does.
It kind of does from this angle.
I mean, I wish it was. No, it's called a money tree apparently, and it's that. It's in the small pots. It doesn't grow that much, but apparently, as long as it's alive, you'll keep making money. So I like that.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's so small. What's it like? Make $1 bills? I mean,
yeah. Here it makes coins. It's $1 coin. That's what it does.
My tree spits nickels.
Yeah. Oh, I would love that.
Oh man.
So you have something in post-production right now too, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it though.
Okay, you don't have to.
I mean,
something you wrote and produced.
Is it a dirty secret? Is it like a porn or something?
Oh man, no, I would love that.
Oh.
He's just not built for it. He's better off.
Yeah, I'm not paid for that. I'm not paid for those.
Think about it, Jeremy. They put him in a mask. He did video games.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got the face for radio.
It's a TV series. It's an Apple Plus, Apple TV, Apple. Yeah, it's an Apple show, and it's I'm the stun double for one of the main actors. So it's a series. That's all I can say. Check out my social media if you want to learn more.
Listen, now that you said that, I'm going to say it. Folks, if you want to know more about Max and all the amazing shit that he's doing and has done, check the show notes up above or down below. All his social media links are there. He's just having way too much fun with that.
Yeah.
Real quick, Will, Jeff brought that up, something that that you were part of. You did write, produce, and act in a feature film that you yourself created called The Badge.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You guys check that out, huh? Okay, we're gonna talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Wink, wink.
I mean, that was because I do write, and I like producing, and I started directing a little bit. I didn't direct a badge. Like my buddy Joseph Antoine Clavet directed that film. Brilliant director, by the way. If ever he does more stuff, check him out because he's great. But he directed it. So I just wanted to have fun and write a buddy cop kind of movie, and to have sort of a Bad Boys type, even though it's way more independent than what Michael Bay does. But I kind of like those movies, and I was like, I kind of want to write something like that. So I did, and then when I wrote the script, I submitted it to a few festivals, and it got into a few of them. Even won not win, but was as a finalist in Beverly Hills. So when I came back from LA, I was like, I think I want to do it, So I just sort of started putting money together, and getting other investors and stuff, and put it together as a very independent film. And then it came out in 2015, which is 4 years after we shot it.
Right.
Oh, wow.
All right. Where is it available to watch?
iTunes.
Yeah. I think it's still on iTunes. It has to be still on iTunes because I didn't take it out. So
well, that's the story on the street.
Yeah, it's a story on the street. I mean, check it out. Let me know. If it's not, we'll find another way to make it available to people. But yeah, that was a great experience. I learned a lot from doing that film, And sometimes, that's what it's all about. You just want to do it, see what happens, and learn from it,
Well, yeah, it's a stepping stone.
Oh, 100%.
I mean,
sometimes you got to do something just to find out if you like it or not.
Well, yeah. I mean, Jeff and I filmed 2.5, 3.5 episods of our TV series.
Okay, cool.
Right on. And we found out that Jeff gets concussions a lot.
Yeah, I'm not a good stunt guy.
Did you get concussions because you did stunts?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Jeff, you got to land on that piece of tape. No, Jeff, you were 3 inches off that piece of tape. That's why the shelf hit you in the head.
That's why the shelf hit you in the head.
True.
All right. Well,
true story.
Yeah, I'm too old to ride in truck tires.
We did. We rolled him down a ramp on a monster truck tire.
Jesus Christ. Was this project SAG or not?
No. It was all independent. I mean,
for all you 60-year-olds out there, I don't recommend it.
Right. So this show actually came from a novel series and a comic book series that Jeff and I wrote.
Okay.
That spun into a live TV series, which is why we were filming. But it's all independent.
Right.
And being on tour like yourself at events, we met a lot of people and met somebody that was trying to get the word out about the 30th anniversary of The Little Mermaid and the 40th anniversary of Star Trek. And I made Jeff do this show, and here we are 5 years later, crushing it.
Definitely.
As
long as the shell doesn't crush his head anymore, but
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We did it in one take. Okay. It was great.
It was one take. It's worth it.
Well,
if
I got up and I'm like, you did fucking get that shot, right?
Yeah. The director and producer was like, "Oh yeah, we got it," and he's like, "Good, I ain't doing it again."
Well, that was like jumping in the Hudson in November.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Jesus Christ!
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I got out of that because I fucked my knee up.
Yeah. So. Even the blue pills weren't helping that one.
I mean, jumping in that river in November is definitely going to help with your arthritis or anything that you have. So fucking cold, it's like an ice bath.
Oh, right.
It's so cold, your whole body goes stiff, so you don't even need any assistance.
Yeah, no, I did that. Just before the spring last year. Like a couple of buddy of mine were in the cottage, and they have a lake, and we're all. This is 18 plus, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, we were fucked up, and we were like, hey man, I want to do one of those ice baths, so we decided to jump in the lake. It's like it was maybe minus 10 degrees Celsius here, so I don't know what the conversion is.
30,
probably like 20,
right around freezing. Yeah, right around freezing.
No, it's a 10 below freezing for us, so I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be about
25.
Okay, yeah. So it was about that, and and we decided we all go there in our boxer shorts with our towels and our glasses of wine and beer. And then we said everything. We're like, "Ready? You have 3, 2, go!" And we're gonna start running in the lake. And we get there, and as soon as you duck in the water, your whole body goes stiff and you can't breathe. Everything gets stuck. And then but if you control it, if you take deep breaths and you just sit there in the moment for a good minute and a half, then when you get out, it's like, oh my, like the feeling of adrenaline. And the rush of endorphins and dopamine and all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's rushing at you, and then your whole skin like tingles. Your whole skin is like on fire.
This man needs an intervention.
Oh, it's something. I'm not sure. I'm the type of guy who's going to do ice baths like in my bathtub, but
listen,
something like that in nature.
I did it for 10 years straight. Every year in March.
Wow.
I did the
polar plunge.
The polar plunge. For cancer. My dad passed from cancer. So I said, if I can't, deal with this for a minute in the icy water, then he dealt with it for 10 years. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I trust me. I know I don't do it anymore because I can't move that fast.
Yeah. I was Mark Wahlberg does an ice bath every single morning for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean those athletes, man, there's something else for sure. Like they like I know Conor McGregor does it. I heard Kevin Hart does it. You know,
supposedly it's really good for you.
Yeah. Joe Rogan does it. You know, Jocko Willing does it.
No,
apparently it's great, but it is for me anyway. Like I would do it for my injuries more than the psychological or spiritual aspect of it.
Right.
But it does put you in a mindset where you don't want to do this. I'm sure when they do it every morning, it's like fuck that. You know, I don't want to go in ice cold water, but you still do it. So props to them. You know.
Nope.
No, I'm the opposite. I'll take a nice hot shower.
Oh yeah. You know, I'll take a piping hot shower.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that you remember in Scream, the bodega scene, it's the beginning of the film. So when I shot a guy with a shotgun.
Okay.
In Scream 6. Anyway, so the guy who plays the bodega clerk, like the owner of the bodega or whatever, the guy I killed with a shotgun, his name is Jason Cavalier, and he's one of the greatest stuntman / actor that I know. He works here, and he's the one that got me into the business.
Sorry about that.
It's great.
Is it fucking dinner time or something?
No, I already ate. I don't know what it is.
All right, can our guest continue his story, please?
Yes, I'm sorry. Okay. South Hadley Public Schools.
So Jason is a big. The guy's name is Jason. He's a big martial artist, right? He's as spiritual and as physical as martial arts goes, and he lives in Valleyfield, which is like a town close to the Ontario border here, and he's got a lake, and every morning, rain or shine, minus 30 degrees Celsius or plus 30 degrees Celsius, doesn't matter. He gets in that lake and he ducks himself in there every morning. Doesn't matter what's outside, what's the temperature or anything like that's, and he's been doing it for years. Like, I don't know how many years, but I'm going to go on a limb here and say like 15, 20.
Yeah.
And the guy's 60 years old and he could beat me up like that. He is strong as an ox.
Well, that's because he can't fucking feel anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Possibly that.
Completely numb below the neck.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Wow. No, man, he's impressive. Like, he can move, he can still crash, he still does stunts. He's an actor as well. He's amazing at it. And if ever you want another guest, like I'd recommend you reaching out to Jason, because he's something. He's done some major stuff.
Look us up.
Yeah.
We always accept guests. I mean, look, you're here.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm such
and the connection got lost.
Right. What did you do in Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, that video game. I did a couple of stunts in there, but my character was mostly the dwarf character. So a lot of again, it was gameplay. So it was a lot of fight choreography. It was a lot of movements. Most of it with a shield and a hammer.
You had to keep it short.
Yeah, I had to keep it short. And hairy also, and beardy.
He caught you, Jeff.
It was great, man. It was a great good time, because I knew the people that I was working with, and they're all like a blast to work with. So it was really, really fun. Yeah.
Oh, so when you're doing like mocap and stuff, it's more than just you there? You're working off of other people and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, it always depends what we need to do for that day. Sometimes it could be
that's cool.
Me, if it's just for this character or just for this sequence. But most of the time we're at least 2 or 3, and different characters, or if we have to do a scene, then we do a scene, and it's like acting, for a film. You respond off other people. So it's the same thing. Hopefully AI doesn't take that away from us at some point, but it's just like doing a play or just like doing a film. You work with other folks, and yeah.
No. Now, how was the mask to wear in Scream?
How was it to wear?
Was it easy to breathe and this, that, and the other? I mean, it looks like it's kind of a loose mask. It's not really.
No, it wasn't loose. It was pretty fit, but it was hard to breathe when you're doing hard choreo. Like when I did the scene with Courtney Cox, where I try to kill her again. It was we only shot that, I think it was two or 3 days of shooting, night shoots, and I got pretty winded, in there because I run and I try to kill her and I stab and it's a fight choreography, and the only place there's to breathe in that long mask is that a little slit, at the top of the mouth, about the size of a quarter. Basically.
Oh, okay. So the whole mouth is not like a breathable screen.
No. It's hard plastic.
Okay.
So the only place is like basically it's the not even like maybe a millimeter or 2 millimeters, and that's about the width of a quarter. So that's all you have basically. The rest is like tight to your face, and the eyes are screens, but you breathe down normally. You don't breathe up. So.
Now I know that they in the movie he uses the voice box thing.
Yeah.
Was that you actually talking?
No. The guy who does the voice has been doing the voice since '96. His name is Roger Jackson.
Okay, and I was curious about that. Yeah.
Yeah. He's been doing the same. Like it's the same, and it's funny because I saw him. I went on a convention. A few in Kansas City. Was it? Yeah, Kansas City, a few months ago, and he was there. He was there. So we shook hands and we did a panel together where we talked to folks about our experience, and it was great to have like the voice and the body of the same character right next to each other and talk about our experiences.
It would have been even better if
so another guy that had no lines.
The main killer too.
Sorry.
It would have been even better if I don't want to give away who the killer is, but like even if the main killer was part of that too.
Oh yeah, I mean that the actor that does like when he removes the mask, it's
yeah,
or her. Yeah, it would have been great.
Yes,
but
them. We'll call them them.
We'll call them them.
Right. So you there's literally no lines for you in that movie. Zero.
There, I said 2 lines, 2 or 3 lines, and then Roger dubbed me after that because he was not on set, right? And every time you see Ghostface in the film, he doesn't speak. He always speaks on the phone. He always speaks through like a CB or anything, but you never talk with Ghostface live.
No.
Other than that,
what do you mean? We're talking with him right now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, so meta. Oh my god, it's crazy.
I had to put that out there because somebody chimed in the chat and said, "What are we talking about? We're talking about Scream and Ghostface right now."
That's right.
Right. I actually have a signed Ghostface mask.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Is it from me or
no?
No,
but I'd like to get at some point. I want to get your signature on it.
Well, now you can. Yeah, you can.
That actually that was signed by Nancy.
Nancy.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Have you done any cons with her?
No, I have not.
She's big on the con circuit.
Yeah. I know a few of them are like David is and Skeet is, and the guy who played Stu also did it. Does a few of them. I know Lee used to do a lot of them. I don't know if he still does. But yeah, it was great, like to meet Roger and to actually see the man behind the voice. Right. So yeah, sorry. So basically, the lines that I said in Scream 6 is at the beginning of the film when I kill the guy in this kitchen. The filmmaker who does the actual first kill of the film. He goes back to his kitchen and he's like, "Oh my god, it was amazing!" And then I'm the one. I kill him, in his kitchen. And I said there was 2 lines, but the lines that I finished was just before the movie title is "Who gives a fuck about movies?" and it's the slash and then title.
Yep.
It's a really good moment. So most of the time when I actually sign, photos or stuff at conventions, that's the line I put up.
That's your go-to.
Yeah. And I always go like, "Is it okay if I swear?" And they go like, "Oh yeah, go for it." It's like, "Oh, who gives a fuck about movies?" And then I sign up. Yeah.
Nice. So
do you have a good signature?
Huh?
Do you have a good signature?
I think so.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see how long his last fucking name is?
Yeah, dude,
it's like 37 letters and shit.
I can't sign for work shit. I've looked, my signature is different every time. So if you ever went to get it verified or anything, you'd be like, "Who is this?"
Well, anybody that asks me who was your guest last night, I'm going to be like that Derriere dude.
That derriere.
Derriere.
You know, that
Derriere.
derriere, you know, whatever.
Maxime.
Maxime Derriere.
He's actually signing something because he's like, how do I
so
sign?
it looks like that, you know?
Oh yeah, you got a
Oh,
decent
so
signature.
so you're a physician. You're an actual.
Yeah,
you're,
exactly.
you're a doctor.
Right.
You can't read anything from my signature. You can see there's an M, there's an L, there's an F.
Right.
Okay.
And then
So,
you're like, yeah.
You know
So
where
we
he'd
haven't.
be
Go ahead, Ben.
you know where he'd be a great guest at Sci-Fi next year. Sci-Fi Fantasy Expo and Horror.
Sci-Fi Fantasy Expo and Horror. That's in
Essex Junction, Vermont.
Oh yeah,
Which
no
is-
way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
far
too,
from
not
you.
too
Way
far
up
from you.
No, it's not far. I could even
You know?
drive there.
Yeah, I actually when you're on when we'll talk backstage.
Okay,
after the show.
And tell me like the title of it and stuff, and I'll contact my agents about it.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
anyway, go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, we've been talking about all this, talking about Scream, and I brought up, Terror Train, and
Yep.
Do you actually like horror movies?
Yeah, you're in a lot.
And if so, what's your favorite horror movie?
What's your favorite scary movie?
Two different things.
Okay, so
Two different
horror
things.
films. I'm gonna be fully honest here. Horror films scare the shit out of me.
Pussy.
I get, yeah, totally, yeah.
He's like, yeah,
that's fair. No, horror films scare the shit out of me. The one,
that's what
actually
they're
the films
supposed to
that
do.
don't is the Scream films don't scare me at all, 0. But everything that has to do with demons or dolls or spirits and haunted houses that was built on a Indian graveyard or stuff like that.
Okay.
Man, they scare the shit out of me.
Now, what about movies like Wrong Turn or The Hills Have Eyes?
Oh no, hell no.
Oh hell no. Okay.
Hell no, definitely not. But the films that I do like are zombie films. That's the kind of horror that I like.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. Like I love, like I've seen, I don't want to say I've seen all the zombie films, but I've seen quite a lot. Because
you don't want to see somebody get their head cut off and blood all over the place, but you like to see people get eaten.
Yeah.
See, you are into porn.
Like,
that's why I belong in those conventions.
He's like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure. No, but the point about zombie films, to me, it's not about the zombies, right? It's not about brains, that kind of thing. Like the for me, it's about characters in a post-apocalyptic world trying to survive, right?
Okay.
And everything around them is trying to kill them. It doesn't matter if it's the zombies or if it's the survivors that became cannibals, or it's the people that are trying to steal all your shit to kill you, or all that. It's about survival with what you have left, basically.
Right.
What I
To me,
really like.
Zombie movies to me are more like comedies. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just because that's what Oz was.
Well, I look at them as comedies. I like Zombieland.
Well,
you know what I mean?
that's a comedy for sure.
That's a comedy for sure.
Yeah.
But
what about
even like Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead? I look at they're funny to me.
28 years later is supposed to be coming out soon.
The original.
No, the 2004. The original one was really freaky because it's in black and white and it's creepy as fuck.
I mean, the
That's a
Night
little
of the
different.
Living Dead is in black and white. I think Dawn of the Dead is in color, like early color.
Yeah.
Yeah, early color. Yep.
And then Day of the Dead is like it's all color. But
nobody beats Romero. Nobody beats Romero.
Yeah, it's a different kind, and I respect it all. Not gonna lie, because the Romero is the slow version of zombies, right? Is the one we see in The Walking Dead. Is the one that it's and not everything's fucked up, and I'm just sort of gonna slowly get to you. Okay. But then I personally like the infected version of zombies, like the Dawn of the Dead, but the one from 2004, and they sprint at you. Yeah. They sprint at you and they'll never stop. They don't get tired, they don't get hungry, they don't sleep, they just sprint at you. Same with 28 days later.
I'm gonna ask him a question. What do you think? What do you think about
28 years later is supposed to be coming out? Okay.
Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait for that film.
What do you think about zombies that get high?
Like what?
They smoke weed.
Zombies that smoke weed?
Yeah, that's what we are.
That's what our novel was based on.
I'd be willing to take a gander. Take a look.
Yeah,
I'd be
that's
willing.
what our novel.
Yeah.
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, they need a link. I'll check it out.
They don't really. Well, they do, but they don't.
We kind of force it on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yours is a real comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, those are the kind of zombie films that I like. Like, have you guys ever heard about Train to Busan?
Yep.
No, I haven't heard that one.
If you can't, check it out. It's one of the best zombie films I've ever seen.
You've never seen Train to Busan, really?
Yeah, Train to Busan.
The name sounds familiar to me, but I don't
it's
think
a Korean film.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's so good. It's so good, and it's not like it's got a specific style to it, but you get attached to all the characters, and you really into the story, and so fast because it takes place in what, like 2-3 days in the whole span of the film.
Yep.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Right. Now, I can't remember the name of the movie. Will Smith was in it. He was the last guy.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. Are they zombies or are they not?
No, these are infected people. These aren't zombies. Like, if you cut their arm off, it's going to hurt like hell. You don't have to shoot him in the head, basically.
Okay, all right, because I've been trying to figure out. I mean, I love that flick, except when the dog dies, but I love that. I love that movie, and they're making a second one too.
Yeah,
second one's coming out soon.
Yeah, and apparently Will Smith is in it, which I'm like, he sacrificed himself at the end. He shouldn't be.
Yeah, he shouldn't even be in it. No.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like, I don't want to speculate on anything.
I want to know why we're talking about Will Smith and not Max.
We were talking about zombies and stuff.
Yeah, it's what Max likes.
We're just discussing zombie films,
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I'll just to clarify.
And it was all because of the question I asked about horror films.
Right.
Oh yeah. You just killed like 20 minutes of the fucking show.
Yeah, you did. Very good, Jeff.
I'm not stupid.
But
don't tell my wife that.
For everybody watching or listening, like we said earlier, this amazing gentleman was Ghostface and Scream. He is going to be at the Tidewater Horror Convention in Virginia on the 13th, 14th, and 15th of September. So if you're in that area, go down and check him out. But if you don't want to drive all the way down there, Jeff and I are going to be in Monroeville, Pennsylvania at the Steel City Cannabis Convention.
Same weekend, yes.
Same weekend.
Beauty.
Yep, and we'll have the Saltwater Cowboy there with us.
Right. We will. But yeah, so we're getting close to time. There was a question that came in, and I apologize to Matthew for missing it, but he wanted to know if you liked paranormal investigation dramas, kind of like Supernatural.
I've never actually seen that, so I can't answer to this.
It's like Scooby-Doo. How about Scooby-Doo?
Oh man, Scooby-Doo! Wow.
See, that's pretty much what Supernatural started off as. It was like each week they had a new villain to go after.
Right.
Although they were real monsters instead of.
They were demons.
Yeah.
Well, they could be, maybe, not always.
Yeah.
But it was always somebody in a mask, so Max would,
I would have fit right in.
Right into that,
There you go. So there's no like reveal of who you are, at the end, like there's none of that thing. You don't know.
No.
I don't know either.
No.
Only in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No. To answer his question, like I haven't seen that one, or I don't watch a lot of horror or paranormal stuff, but I am always willing to take a look and see what people are making, because I I'm a big consumers of movies and video games, and I do like to see what everybody does, and as long as for me anyway, as long as it's a good story, like a well-told good story,
well, that's
well acted, like I'm in. I'll watch the whole thing. I'm not into like if it's, in my opinion, it's like a badly acted or the stories doesn't make sense. Like you're losing me.
Right. So I'm going to assume you're not a fan of killer clowns from outer space.
No, because that's scary, man. It's clowns. It scares the shit out of me.
I have to agree with you on that one. Clowns are
creepy, man.
Creepy as fuck.
What about the Terrifier movies?
Oh, that's creepier.
So no.
Those were just like gore for the no reason.
Those are over the top, man.
I mean,
Totally
I met I can't remember her name, the lady that plays in those films.
Catherine Corcoran?
Huh?
Catherine Corcoran?
No.
She was one of them.
No, she's one of the survivors.
Oh, yeah, Catherine didn't survive. Yeah, Catherine didn't survive.
Anyway, so we met in London at a convention also, like a few weeks ago, and she's in it, and she's like, oh, you should really check out this scene from the Terrifier. I'm like, okay, yeah. So he's creepy. I was like, oh, okay, how creepy can it get? And she goes, look at the scene, the bathroom scene or the bedroom scene. And then I checked it out, and I had a little vomit coming out of my mouth in the first 30 seconds. I'm like, Jesus, how much pushy can they get?
Yeah.
It's disgusting, man. I haven't seen, meat cut up like that.
The special effects are absolutely phenomenal to be able to pull that off.
Oh, it's crazy. And you see, it's gore over gore,
It is.
Yeah. So I respect the style, but that's not the kind of movie
that's not for you. Yeah, see, I eat that shit up. I love that shit.
Great.
I love that shit. So, all right. We're almost out of time. So I'm going to ask my 2 final questions of you.
Sure.
Okay. Number 1, what do you eat on your pizza?
Not pineapple. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Do I look like a psychopath to you? No.
Okay, fair
No,
enough.
I put the regular thing is it's two. Either I'm gonna take like a original margarita, but that's if it's like an oven baked, wood oven where it's
wood
like
oven margarita pizza. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or it's onions, pepperoni, and bacon.
Nice. If you like the bacon on a pizza, I recommend try bacon and feta.
Bacon and feta. Oh, that's interesting. Makes it salty.
Yeah, it's good. It's fantastic.
I would definitely give that a shot next time I have a pizza for sure.
All right. Question number 2. Do you like dogs or cats?
Didn't I just say I was not a psychopath? I like dogs.
Okay.
That's not the right answer, is it?
No, you're good.
Yeah. There's no wrong answer.
There's no.
I kind of was waiting. I was waiting for him to change it up, being from Canada, and be like, "Do you like polar bears or penguins?"
Well, no,
right.
no. All right, so
I like moose.
Question number 3.
Moose.
Yeah, no, squirrels or chipmunks.
Oh, chipmunks.
Okay.
Chipmunks are cute. Yeah.
Squirrels are a bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm a dog guy. We've had dogs since I was a child, with my parents and stuff. So I really like dogs, big dogs.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I myself go both ways, so I have dogs and cats.
Hey,
Right.
keep your personal affairs off the show.
Oh boy.
So,
have you met any fanboyed out at all at any of the conventions that you've been at?
What do you mean?
Like, have you met anybody that you were like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here with this guy and we're both signing pictures together and blah, blah, blah.
For me, I was one of the fans.
Yeah.
I mean, Roger Jackson is definitely like up there because, he's been doing it for close to 30 years. He's a veteran. I've met the guy who did the original Leatherface. So nice. that was kind of
the original. Okay. No, yeah.
So
another dude in a mask
at two different conventions. So it was really good. Huge dude, like I'm gonna say 6'6", 6'7", maybe not 6'7", maybe 6'5", 6'6", and like close to 300 pounds. Big man, sweet, big dude. So sweet,
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, those were something, and then there's when I was in London, I didn't meet him that close, but we said hello and shook hands. The guy who played Ron Weasley in the Harry Potter films.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So he was there. He was one of the stars of the London Comic Con. So
yep.
That you get a fanboy for like 3 seconds, and then you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it's him. and then you chat for a second, and then it's all gone. It's just like
it's
a normal,
just
very
another
normal
dude.
human being, you know. That
Yep, it's just another dude.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, I don't really get starstruck in my work because I meet a lot of, you know, stars when they come to the, you know, to shoot, and there's always that first sort of couple of seconds when you see them and you're like, ooh, you know, oh, it's Channing Tatum, ooh, it's Courtney Cox, ooh, you know, it's Jason Clarke, and then you meet him, you shake their hands, and then it's all gone. You know, it's just a regular person. Yeah. I mean, I before he died, I doubled Paul Walker.
Oh, no shit.
On
you did?
Okay.
Yeah, on a film called Brick Mansions. I got doubled him for one skit. But I talked to him like for a good hour, you know, when we were in the chair. Sweet man, you know, very, very cool dude. And it's crazy because I when I was a kid, I grew up watching Fast and Furious. So I was like, you know, the first time I saw him on set, I was like, oh my God.
I feel old. He just said when I was a kid, I watched those.
Yeah, I was Fast and Furious was what, like 2000 or something, 99.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah,
probably
early 2000s. Yeah.
So I was 14, 15, something like that. So yeah, but then I started talking to him, and he was like, you know, he was a very nice regular person.
Right. Well, because you doubled for Jeremy Renner too.
I did.
Yep.
Yeah. On a movie called Arrival. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. That was
Another
fun.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah, that was a great film. It was a great film by a great director.
Right.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
So
Denis Villeneuve is like he's from here. He's from Quebec, and I really enjoy his films. They're always quirky, a little hard to understand. You got to watch his movies 2 or 3 times to sort of get the whole thing. And even then, you know. But I really liked working with him. One, because, you know, it's great. He's a great filmmaker, but also because he's a very nice person. Like Denis, because I was on a rig for that specific thing. There's a moment in the story where they're up in the spaceship, and the gravity is like horizontal, so they walk like upwards like this, right? Normally, and then all of a sudden the gravity changes to a regular gravity, so they fall, you know, like this. And basically, I was on a rig like with rails and a harness and everything, and I was standing up, and it went 3, 2, 1, action, and then I get pulled by those, you know, by a very strong machine on those rails, and then I make the movement as if I'm falling vertically. Yeah. I'm actually going horizontally. Anyway, all that to say that most of the time the director is going to talk to the coordinator when they watch playback, and then coordinator will come talk to me. In this case, it was not the case. Denis Villeneuve was getting up from his chair, which was, I don't know, maybe 100 feet away. And instead of yelling or whatever, he would get up, walk to me. They're like, hey, Max, do you mind doing a little bit more movement with your arms? That would be really cool. And you're like, yeah, totally. Yeah, I can definitely do that. It's like, okay, great. Let's do that. And then go back to his chair, like, and 3, 2, 1, action. And then I do it. It's like, okay, great, Max. He got up from his chair, come to talk to me again. It's like, great. I want to feel a little bit more that you're losing control, you know, so let's go again. Okay, great. No problem. So he would always get up from his chair to come talk to me and give me directions.
That's cool.
Which I really appreciate. You know?
That's cool.
You feel that you're part of the team, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Nothing against when the coordinator tells you, but in this case, like it was something when the director just decides to come and give you directions directly, you know?
All right. So my last question.
Go ahead. I have one more, but I'm going to let you go because I've just popped into my head that I got.
What
you like fish or bird?
What do you geek out about? Like, we've had people on that are into sunken ships, paranormal stuff, ghost hunters, like all sorts of weird kind of things. Do you have any kind of like special thing that maybe a lot of people don't know about you, but like, hey man, I'm really into watching Rick and Morty?
I don't want to say it. Okay.
I'm really there's that porn thing again.
Yeah, I'm really porn, guys. No, okay.
All right, freeze that.
There's a few things, but I'm gonna say the main 2. One of them is video games, but story-driven video games. So let's say I'm playing Uncharted, or I'm playing Last
Nice.
of Us, or I'm playing God of War, or I'm playing Zelda, or I'm playing stuff like that, I'm going to be really into it, and I'm going to look at every character, and I'm going to go to Reddit and check, what's the theories to why and to this and to that. So I really enjoy doing that, going deep dive a little bit into those kinds of characters and games. Like Red Dead Redemption, I must have played over 1,000 hours on it. It's like, because there's so much to do and so much like to say. The Batman Arkham series, I've played those many times.
Oh yeah, those are great games.
Yeah. So that's one thing. And the other thing that I geek on is and don't laugh now. It's Dragon Ball Z.
No.
No, I even laugh about it because it's such a kid's thing to do. But man, I love that shit. I grew up reading it, and then I started watching it. And then I watched the movies, and I watched the animated series that was more recent, and I watched there's a YouTube channel called Team 4-Star where they do a parody version of the storyline, which is, they call it Dragon Ball Abridged, and that is the coolest shit I ever seen. It's so cool. It's so well done. The voices, the acting, the story, they modify the story a little bit but still follow the main storyline. Yeah, I geek out on that.
Do I have that?
Wow.
Do I have
I feel
that?
old, man. I grew up reading the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew.
Oh wow, different. That's different.
Where is
What are you looking for, man?
I'm looking for something. Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay. All right. So I've got this. I'm kind of like this, so you have to bear with me, which you have been for the last hour plus. But I had this really weird question pop into my head that I want to ask you.
Go for it.
Okay.
Don't have it on this computer.
If you were going to be killed and eaten by an animal, what animal would you prefer do that?
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
You mean, okay, a wild animal, like if I meet him or meet it in the wild,
Yes.
It's gonna eat you.
which one would I be okay with?
What would you prefer? Like, would you rather be eaten by a shark or by a grizzly bear?
I got mine.
I mean, not a shark, because they take chunks out of you before they would eat you.
Okay.
And the thing about shark is that you learn that when you surf, like you hear stories. Shark, if they bite a surfer, they don't like the taste.
No, they don't.
We taste like shit to them.
Right.
Because we're earth walkers, whatever. So they take a bite and then they let go. It's like,
Okay.
and they move away. But it's enough for you to bleed to death.
Yeah.
So they'll rip your arm off or take a chunk, a bite out of your side, and then let you bleed out because they don't like it.
Okay. So
that's
I mean,
what would happen.
it's like, a grizzly bear, or would you prefer like a pack of wolves?
Oh fuck no, dude! That you would get
So
ripped by
no.
chunks. No, I prefer
Damn.
something quick.
How about a gator?
I'm
No,
telling you,
no,
man.
that's-
I'm
that's-
going with one of those snakes.
That's too slow.
A snake that bites you and like the venom like makes you paralyzed and then just eats you whole.
Oh god! And then you get digested from the inside where you're
Yeah.
still alive.
Well, then you're paralyzed.
Okay, maybe
and you
that's
can't do
wrong.
You guys
anything
are
when
creep.
someone's eating you.
No, I would prefer to get my head stomped on by an elephant.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go. That's
Fast.
one and done.
There you go.
And it's
There
like,
you go.
you're on the ground, you're sleeping, and then you slowly wake up, you're like, oh, and you see this big thing going like, paf, like right on your head. Done.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a good question though.
Let's see if I can do this.
What about you?
What about me?
Yeah.
Cats. Large
Cats.
cats.
What?
Yeah, large cats.
Oh,
Like
large cats.
like a lion
okay.
or a tiger.
Yeah, like a lion, tigers. Yep.
So why would that be your
You
preference?
would be petting them.
Do,
Like, here, kitty.
do you see my room?
Oh, is that full of cats?
It's all Black Panthers, yes.
Oh, cool. So is it just because you find him cool and it would be like something you would enjoy, or?
I think I would, actually. That's weird.
He cosplays as a panther. He runs around his house.
I'm all better now.
Rawr.
Rawr. Yeah,
I mean,
Well, no,
don't give away my bedroom scenes.
I was when he said that he geeked out about Dragon Ball Z, I had to find something real quick.
What'd you look for?
So
I know what you're looking for.
You know who that is?
Oh yeah.
No, who's that?
That's Broly.
Get out.
That's Vic Mignogna.
That's the guy who did the voice?
Yeah, Vic's actually a very good friend of ours.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, you couldn't find the video with him drinking our hot sauce?
It's on my my flash drive.
So
but I had that one.
He did Broly for which? For the movie or for the series?
For the series, and I think he did the first movie.
Okay, because there's two Broly movies that are recent.
Right. I think he did the original movie, and that's where it ended. But he was also in My Hero Academia.
Okay, cool.
And a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. He's a great dude. He's a great dude.
Yeah, sure. You know, Broly is not a great he's not a great character. He's not very nice.
No.
But most of the time the actors who does like mean characters are nice people.
That's called acting.
Yeah. We had him on we met him quite a few years back. We had him on in season 3, and he actually did the whole Broly thing live for people. It was pretty wild.
He's a huge Star Trek nut.
He's a huge Star Trek.
Oh, he's got an entire It's in Florida. Is it? No, it's in
Georgia.
Georgia. It's in Georgia. He's got the entire bridge of the USS Enterprise.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? Well, he's got Star Trek
Continues.
Continues. Star Trek Continues. I think there's
on YouTube.
9 episodes on YouTube.
Right.
Where he plays Kirk.
Very cool.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
So he's a geek as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
But no, I had to find that because you said Dragon Ball Z, and I'm like,
I knew exactly what you were looking for.
Let's get him geeking out for a minute.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh man, I love that character. It's funny how I don't know if you guys ever watch it, but it's funny how the legendary Super Saiyan, which is Broly, is like so much stronger than Goku, Vegeta, or Trunks when they go Super Saiyan, Right. Even though it's tremendous power, like the legendary, like Broly, is scary. Like
Broly's the shit.
Scary strong.
Oh yeah. Jeff's like, huh?
I don't know anything about Dragon Ball Z. You know what I mean? Scooby Doo, I understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I understand that too, but I keep up with the times.
Flintstones, and I'll be right there.
Oh, I used to watch the Flintstones when I was in elementary school.
Have you seen the X-rated one?
Oh my god! All right.
Nope, I haven't seen that.
Okay.
They started off in black and white, didn't they? The Flintstones.
Yeah, the original Flintstones were black and white. The first couple. Yep.
Same with Yogi Bear, wasn't it? Is it Santa Barbara or
Hanna-Barbera?
Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Hanna-Barbera.
So, anyway, on that note,
we're
like way over time, which is fine by us, but we don't want to keep this gentleman all night.
It's all good. I'm having fun.
Well, that's
great talking to you guys.
Awesome. So again, like I said, folks, if you're in the Virginia area, September 13th, 14th, and 15th, this amazing gentleman will be at the Tidewater Horror Convention.
Free parking.
Free parking. Look at Billy. He's got that in there twice for you tonight. We better get a check for that one.
All right.
Definitely head down. You guys will not be disappointed. It's always a great time there.
It is.
But
they
with
put
that,
on a good show.
With that, Jar Jar.
Hey, follow me on Facebook and check out Splash Pages every Tuesday night. I'm usually on there. I ditched out last night because I wasn't feeling well, but I made it to this show, so check out Splash Pages.
Hey, don't you go to the guest first?
I usually do, but Jar Jar looked like he was itching.
I'm itching.
Max, where do you like interacting with your fans on social media?
Mostly on Instagram, I would say. I do have a Facebook page, which is basically linked to my Instagram. So Instagram is mostly where I interact with people. So if you want to hit me up there, just follow me there, and you'll know what's going on.
So is it Max or Maxime on Instagram?
Well, no, it's Max. My real name is Maxime, but I go by Max. So much easier.
Maxime. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so I totally fucked that up.
It's all right. It's like I'm not judging. You can call me John if you want. I don't care.
Dear John.
Yeah, no.
Dear John.
Dear John.
Oh boy.
Jeffrey.
Thank you, Max. This has been a fantastic show. I learned a lot of things I really didn't care about.
I'm glad I helped.
So go to stilltoken.com, follow us on Token with the Dead on Facebook, or go to Still Token Comics, or if you want to watch any of the past episodes, they'll be on Still Token. They're on Red Coral Universe, a streaming platform. Go check them out there. Got to give them a plug too. Don't Google me. You won't know. I hide. I'm a hider. So that's I think so.
Done? You done?
Yeah.
You sure?
No, I could probably come up with another couple of dozen questions for Max, but
I know you could.
They're probably none that he wouldn't answer them.
We'll save them.
It depends how personal they get.
Well, what animal would you be like to be killed by is kind of off the wall, I think. I don't know where that came from.
I mean, it's something, I didn't hate that question. That was very different. Normally I get asked, how was it to wear the mask, or how was it to work with Jenna Ortega, or, where was it shot, stuff like that. So that question really did it for me. Like, what animal would you like to be killed, by? It's different.
I told you when we started this, we are not your standard show.
That's great. I love that.
Well, it's funny because Ben was we were together today because he's working at my house, and he's like, "Oh, they want to know what kind of questions we're going to be asking." He's like, "I'm like, I don't even know what kind of questions I'm going to be asking."
That's how I replied.
Yeah, that's what she said. I mean, it's because sometimes there are specific questions and I want to be prepared for.
Yeah, so we don't want our guests to be prepared.
In this case, not at all. And it's better this way, I think. It's improv.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, yeah. We want our guests to be comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so much more fun.
Yeah, very comfortable. Other than the fact that you're Bruins fans, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, you like the fucking Yankees, so.
My daughter likes the Yankees.
I prefer, I prefer New York than the Red Sox. Sorry.
That's okay. Till we meet again.
Yeah. So, with all that, we'd like to thank Max again for coming out and hanging out with us tonight, folks. We had a blast. I hope he did. I hope you all did. Definitely check him out at Tidewater Horror Convention again, September 13th, 14th, and 15th. But if you can't get down that far, like I said, Jeff and I will be at the Steel City Cannabis Convention, which is going to be adjacent to one of the largest reptile shows in Pennsylvania. So 2 shows, you can get into both of them. They're side by side. So you can come over to the cannabis side and meet us, and then you can go play with snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch that.
To all our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do so people like us can come up here and do what we do. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. We are out of here.
Adios.
So come on.